Right, so I wanted to talk briefly about gravel gearing setups. There's a lot of discussion about whether a 1 by or a 2 by setup is preferable for gravel. A lot of the things that they both have their merits. A lot of the things that people state as advantages to one or the other are a bit overblown. So, such as the weight saving of a 1 by system is probably 150 to 200 grams over a 2 by on average. Which is nothing on a gravel bike that's probably going to be loaded up with gear, loaded up with luggage, all that kind of thing. That kind of weight saving is going to make very little difference. So yeah, there's that, and then it's kind of about what you're used to. If you're a road bike rider and you're coming from a road bike, you've always had a 2 by setup, you've always had a left-hand shifter and a front mech, it's not going to be an issue for you. It's going to be instinctive, it's going to allow you to concentrate on your riding. If you're a mountain biker though, from a modern mountain bike with a 1 by system, then by all means the 1 by system could work really well for you. As I say, there are advantages to both. There was a mix of the two at the Gravel World Championships, interestingly, which surprised me because I thought everything would be 1 by because that's what they're trying to sell at the moment, but there was a lot of 2 by electronic gravel group sets on display at the Gravel World Championships. But yeah, I mean, that's another thing. It comes down to what you're using your gravel bike for, what you're used to riding. And the reason I go personally on this one, I've got a 48-31 double on the front, 11-36 on the rear, so it's a 31-36 bottom gear, which gets me up things just as easily as saying a 30 48 or 50 on a 1 by system. It's very similar in feel. And then top end wise, because the reason I go with a 2 by is a lot of my gravel rides are linked with road sections, or there are road sections at the start of my gravel rides, and then that 48 tooth on the front and the 11 on the rear really comes into its own when it's a mixed surface and you've got that little road section in between, or on the way back. That having that big cog on the front really does help. Like with a 30 on the front on a 1 by system, 30-11 highest gear, you're going to be spinning out on those road sections and those kind of fire road sections, downhills. But yeah, it is, it's obviously it's a personal preference. And like I say, there are merits to both. Some people think that the 1 by looks nicer, and I get it because it declutters everything and it looks more modern and it's new and it's interesting, and it's that mountain bike style sort of drivetrain look. But if you've always ridden road and you've always ridden 2 by, then just go with the 2 by gravel system. I think you win out slightly on gear ratio overall with a 2 by system. There's not masses in it, but I think the 2 by does come out on top, especially top end. As I say, with those little road sections and faster sections. But I would just be interested to know what the majority of you are riding on your gravel bikes, whether you're riding 1 by, whether you're riding a 2 by system like this, and the reasons why, what you find are the pros and cons of both. Obviously 1 by is the way things are going, and maybe 2 by will be slowly phased out. It's hard to say at the moment, but for now, and for me and for my type of riding, I think the 2 by system works really, really well for gravel. I know quite a few people who've gone from 1 by back to the 2 by system, and they tend to be people that have come from road bikes and they just want that familiarity, so it really suits them. And then you've got people from mountain biking that are happy to just jump on a 1 by because that's what they've been using. So yeah, let me know down below what you use, how it works for you, what you've tried, what didn't work, and we'll have a chat.